What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to Impact Wrestling Preview for Impact Rebellion 2019. The show will be taking place tonight, actually, on April 28th, 2019, in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, at the Rebel Complex, I meant to say. So, yeah, we got 6 matches to talk about. And maybe one match that'll be added into the match. But we'll get to that once I get to it. And one segment that's gonna happen on the show, which is gonna be a live smoke show by Scarlett Bordeaux. Just want to get that out of the way. Scarlett Bordeaux is gonna do the live smoke show. Now, what she's gonna do on her live smoke show? Obviously, she's probably gonna have some special guests or someone to interrupt her during her live smoke show, something like that. But either way, we're gonna see what she's gonna wear, obviously, and we'll see how that live smoke show is gonna be about. It'll be the first time ever that Scarlett Bordeaux is gonna be doing her live smoke show on a live pay-per-view for Impact Rebellion 2019. So I can't wait for that. And there you go. Now the thing about that, folks, we're pertains to Impact Wrestling Rebellion for the pay-per-view later on tonight. Now I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch it when it first come on. I don't know how it's gonna be later on today while I will go do my job, because supposedly it's supposed to rain. Um, so I don't know what the deal with that one is, but supposedly it's supposed to rain later on today. If it rains later on today, and I don't work today, then there you go. I'll be there. To watch the pay-per-view, and what pertains to also be on the live reaction of along with the rest of the asylum on Mr. Rick and J21's YouTube channel. So yeah, either if it does rain later on today, then I'll be working, which I will be missing the pay-per-view of when it starts. Hopefully I'll be able to catch it once I get home. Hopefully I do, but we'll see. So I could be I can have time to get on the live reaction with the rest of whoever's going to show up from the asylum on Mr. Rick and J21's YouTube channel. But if it does rain, then I'll be able to watch. Basically, let's just say this: if it's raining, we're around the time where I'm supposed to come into work, then it's a big if that I'll be there early. But if it doesn't rain, then I'll be there working. But basically to the end when it gets to closing time, which it depends how busy if it is at my job. So yeah, that's basically so all I can hope for if that if it rains, then I'll be staying put right here until the pay-per-view comes out. So there you go. But basically, if I show up there and if it does rain, basically I'll be leaving early at work. At least I'll be trying to make some minutes or at least some hours to do so. Again, I don't know how the weather's gonna be. I don't know how bad the rain's gonna be, especially when it pertains to the breeze and all that. But we'll see how that turns out. But only Mother Nature knows, So we gotta wait and see how that turns out. But regardless, I was even though if I don't be able to watch the pay-per-view when I get home, because I'll be working, that's okay, because I'll still be able to watch the pay-per-view. I'll still be able to do the review later on the week. So either way, you still begin the review, and hopefully I'll be able to make it on time to watch along with the guys on the live reaction with the asylum, and for people that's going to join on the chat too as well. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So go on to Mr. Rick and J21's YouTube channel, where it pertains to for the live reaction for Impact Rebellion pay-per-view 2019. It should be a lot of fun. So, that being said, let's get right to the car here. Basically, just to get Scarlett all the way, and another one I want to get out of the way, based on what they did from the go home show of Impact Wrestling, where it pertains to P.D. Williams and Ace Austin. After Ace Austin beat Aiden Prince in the match, which I thought was a pretty decent match. And then with Aiden Austin beating up on Aiden English, and adding insult to injury. for Pete Williams to come out there and make the save, and then Ace Austin gets out of the harm's way because Pete Williams was about to go for the Canadian Destroyer. And I'm assuming this could be the match that's gonna be set up on the pay-per-view. It's gonna be a wild card, or added to in the last minute and all that. So in case that does happen, hopefully we do get it. Either we get it on Rebellion, or we're going to get it the next episode of Impact Wrestling. So either way, we're getting that match either way, folks. As far as so in case we do get that match at Rebellion, as far who I want to win, Ace Austin. And yeah, Pete Williams, he's from Canada. I know that. You want someone like a Canadian, have that the home field advantage in his home country to win. But I'm going with also Ace here. I mean Ace Austin. Ace Austin, let's just say. My apologies. Ace Austin's my pick to win here. But if he doesn't win and Pete Williams wins, anyway, I'm still looking forward to see how this match is. If it does happen, hopefully it'll be a good match, which I have faith that it will be. But we'll see if that match is going to happen at Rebellion. But as far as the rest of the matches are going to happen on the card here, let's get to it right now. This match was added during the Go Home show. It's a six-man tag team match that's going to feature Dez, Vince, and Trey of the Rascals versus Moose and All Eagle, Ethan Page, and Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, the North. So yeah, who should win this match? I bet that's basically what I'm just gonna go from here, folks. Who I think is gonna win this match is gonna be Moose and the North. The Rascals, they're not. I don't see them winning the match anyways. So I do see, especially when you have the Walking Weapon and Josh Alexander, who's a beast. More of a beast than Moose is. I'm just saying. Not saying that Moose is never a beast, but he is a beast when of him being a sick athlete. But yeah, I'm gonna go for Moose and the North to win this match, and they need to win too. Not because of Moose, but because of the North, that tag team. The Rascals, they're fine. They're funny. They're entertaining in some accident in some capacity. Catastrophe, or how do we say it? Catastrophe. And yeah, and they're good wrestlers too. So especially where it pertains to flippy flips. So, but I don't see the Rascals winning this match. I see Moose and North and the North winning. Moose and the North. There you go. Next we get to Gail Kim versus Tessa Blanchard. The grudge match here between the two, where it's becoming personal. It started off since the build from Homecoming for Tessa and Taya Valkyrie at the time, where Taya was going out for the Knockouts Championship against Tessa Blanchard, who was champion at the time, and then Gail Kim was been knighted as a special guest referee, and ever since then, Tessa has been blaming Gail Kim for everything that's happened to her after losing the Knockouts Championship, where this happens. That Tessa Blanchard caused, and then this happened with that Gail Kim has caused and everything, and it became a big mess, and it's becoming personal between the two, and then it finally led to Gail Kim coming out of retirement to go up against Tessa Blanchard, and this will be Gail Kim's in return that there's gonna happen a rebellion against Tessa Blanchard, and match itself I think it's gonna be good. Gail Kim, she can still go, obviously. I don't know why she retired in the first place, but in my opinion, she should have never retired in the first place, because Gail Kim can still go. She looked like she could still go, and this match is going to be amazing, obviously, and it's going to be a great storytelling of how these two now all of a sudden they hate each other, Now, as far as who I want to win, I'm gonna go with Tessa Blanchard to win here. Wouldn't surprise me if Gail Kim wins, but I'm gonna go with Tessa Blanchard to win here. Tessa Blanchard should win, and she must win. But if Gail Kim wins, I won't be mad at it. I'm just looking forward to see how this match turns out, and just looking forward afterwards too, to see if the storyline and the feud continues on. So we'll see what happens to that one. But yeah, I'm gonna go for Tessa Blanchard for the win here. Then we get to Rich Swann defending his X Division Championship against Sami Callihan. Their feud, started back when Sami Callihan tried to recruit, Rich Swann, his, to be part, to come back to the family, to be part of OVE and everything, which he kept refusing, and it's because, nothing but disappointment after disappointment to Sami Callihan, where Rich Swann kept turning him down and everything, and then at one point where Sami Callihan took matters in his own hands, and then Rich Swann decided to just give in to it, and then just to swerve Sami Callihan and OVE to turn on them, like how Damage Dallas Page did with NWO back in WCW, and then with them having a match on Impact Wrestling for the title, with Sami losing, and then debuting Madman Fulton to be part of OVE, and then with the feud continue on and everything, and it's good. At least it's finally going to culminate at Rebellion. If not at Rebellion, maybe at Slammiversary. But as that being said, as far as who want to win this match between these two, Rich Swann versus Sami Callihan, I think it's gonna be Sami Callihan. Sami Callihan is finally going to win the X Division Championship from Rich Swann. And I believe that their feud will continue more. It's going to extend even more, leading up to Slammiversary for this year. But we'll see. But I am going for Sami Callihan to win. And I'm expecting this match to be good too. It's been good. It was good last time, and it's gonna be good again. This time around again. So there you go. Next we get to the Lucha Brothers, Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. defend their Impact World Tag Team Championships versus LAX, Santana and Ortiz, and not just any regular match this time. This time is a Full Metal Mayhem match. It's gonna involve tables, ladders, chairs, steel steps, you name it. It's Full Metal Mayhem, and obviously it's like their version of TLC. The belts will be hanging above the ring. You have to retrieve the belt by using the ladder, and you win. But this match is going to be all out war between the Lucha Brothers and LAX. This match is basically this whole feud rivalry started off since the build up from Homecoming. And ever since then it's become either it was out of respect and then became out of disrespect what pertains to both side of parties. And now it's going to culminate at Rebellion. And I think it's going to extend after Rebellion as well. I think they're going to continue on with this at Slammiversary. I could be wrong, but only time will tell. But Lucha Brothers and LAX, this is one of my favorite feuds so far in Impact Wrestling. Next to LAX and OGs and LAX and OVE. Especially when it pertains to LAX, they always having some good feuds and always lead to some good matches. So as far as who I want to win this match too, I'm gonna go with LAX to win the belts back here against the Lucha Brothers, and then from there they go they could stand there the feud again, leading up to Slammiversary for the last time. So we'll see how that turns out. But I am going for Lucha. I am going for LAX to win, to become the new Impact World Tag Team Champions. Alright, then we get to the Impact Knockouts Championship. Taya Valkyrie defended her Knockouts Championship against Jordynne Grace. The feud wasn't built that much in there whatsoever. Then Jordynne Grace has beaten Taya Valkyrie, but it was because of she got counted out because of Giant Impact involvement and everything. And it's good. And now it's a rematch where Jordynne Grace beat Madison Rayne to get this shot again because Taya Valkyrie made the match. So yeah, they did a sort of a build up there where pertains to Taya always going after Jordynne Grace, and that's basically on the build up there it was all about and everything. And then Jordynne Grace always getting one up on Taya Valkyrie as well. So yeah, as far as who I want to win, I want Jordynne Grace to win. Get that belt off of Taya Valkyrie because she's not doing anything with pertains to her being Knockouts champion. I was going to give her a chance after that match she had with Tessa Blanchard from that random Impact Wrestling show they did. But after that, it went downhill from there because she turned heel, and where I thought it was going to benefit her. And Johnny beat Trash, which I'll get to him later too. But But it's become a disappointment because in the way they talk about why they turn made no sense either way. It just annoyed me, but it is what it is, I guess, right? It's wrestling. But I'm going for Jordan Grace to win to become the new Knockouts champion. And then they could probably extend the feud at Summerversary, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? And finally, the Impact World Championship with Lance Storm as the special guest referee. Your Beat Trash World Champion from Trash Town, USA, California, Johnny B. Trash. Defends it against Brian Cage. Now, with here's the thing with this. This has been built up since the build up of Homecoming between Brian Cage and Johnny Impact, where Brian Cage versus Johnny Impact happened at Homecoming. You got the Survivor contestants involved. Johnny Bravo was a referee in the match, and then they did a weird dumb finish to end the match with Johnny Impact ends up retaining. And then Brian gets all pissed off and everything. He looks for Johnny, but then he ends up finding Johnny Bravo and everything. And Johnny Bravo was getting intimidated by Brian Cage. Then Johnny was trying to get Brian to team up with him against Moose and Killer Cross, and he promised him a title shot. Only for when they got to the match, Johnny also he started having some problems with his neck rubber. I don't know how it happened when the match happened, because he looked fine, and also he started selling the neck and everything. And then you had the referee Johnny Bravo there, they're checking on him, and they got some other. It was stupid. I knew right there. I was like, yeah, this is fake. That was bullshit. But I didn't think it was gonna lead to a heel turn, which it did. But it basically led to where Johnny was relatively clear, but then he showed up with a neck brace on. And the injury he had was neck fusion, but he's clear. He's medically clear. So they had Killer Cross dragging him out, assuming that he beat him up and everything. He was gonna finish the job. Ty breaks out Cage, but Cage didn't do anything. Ty comes out there to do something about it, and then Ty was gonna get attacked by Cross by the looks of it, but then Cage comes out to do something about it, and then also it gets low blow by Ty Valkyrie and Giant Impact. Basically, it was all a ruse. It was they were all in cahoots, except for Killer Cross. By the looks of it, Killer Cross didn't look like he was in cahoots with them. He just loved what he saw there, basically. But it was all a swerve, because Johnny B. Trash decided to to betray Brian Cage along with Ty Valkyrie, and then the whole thing about why they did what they did. It was stupid. It made no sense. And then it led to Brian Cage versus Killer Cross, with Johnny Bravo being the referee. Johnny B. Trash got involved with Ty Valkyrie as well, and then referee called was counting to 3 on Brian Cage, but Brian Cage had his shoulder up, but Johnny E. Bravo still called for the bell for Killer Cross to win. Dumb. And it made sense. It kind of made and it was trying to make sense in a way, based on what they did on the next time, because Brian Cage teamed up with Jordan Grace against Johnny B. Trash and Ty Valkyrie in the mixed tag team match, with Johnny E. Bravo being the referee, only for Johnny E. Bravo to screw over Brian Cage in the match, for Johnny B. Trash to win over Brian Cage. And that's where I lost my mind. I lost my shit there. They broke me when they did that, because I didn't expect that to happen. I'm like, what? At the time, I was saying to myself, it makes no sense. But after looking at everything that has transpired from Homecoming all the way to this point, where Johnny Bravo, the referee, also turned on Brian Cage, now it kind of makes sense in a way. But it was still fucking trash how they did it. So. And then we get to a part where Lance Storm is going to be the referee, because Brian Cage has to be more professional, because Lance Storm wants him to be more professional and everything, to Scott Demore and everything. And the whole thing was a mess too, by the way, folks. I love when a plan comes together or something like that. That Scott Demore said. He said, I love it when a plan comes together or whatever. And like, what? And then finally the go home show. Lamb Storm is trying to convince us here that he's not gonna turn on Brian Cage. He's not gonna screw over Brian Cage in the match. He's not gonna help Giant Impact to win because they was Tyler Valkyrie slaps Lamb Storm. Johnny Trash was trying to attack him, but Lamb Storm fights him back. Basically trying to convince us there that he's not gonna do anything to screw over Brian Cage. I have my doubts, folks. That I have my fucking doubts because here's the thing. What pertains to Johnny B. Trash. Now let's just say Lamb Storm is gonna be a fair referee. He's gonna call it down the middle. Giant Impact, if he chooses to win, and well, here's the thing. Let me try this again, folks. I'm trying to paint the picture here. Let's say Lance Storm does call it down the middle, and Johnny Impact has Ty Valkyrie out there, help them. Basically, Ty Valkyrie helps Johnny Impact cheat to win over Brian Cage, while Lance Storm, basically because you have Lance Storm, a referee bump happens, whatever. And also with Johnny E. Bravo involvement too. I'll be okay with that too, but at the same time, I'm still not gonna be okay with Johnny B. Trash being the B. Trash World Champion. But at least it will give me a salvation that Lance Storm didn't turn on Brian Cage. Or we can have Brian Cage win clean on Johnny B. Trash, with Lamb Storm, again, calling it down the middle. And also, trying to fight off Johnny E. Bravo and try to get Ty Valkyrie out of there and whatever. So that Lamb Storm could be, can try to call it down the middle. And then Brian Cage wins over Johnny B. Trash to become the Impact World Champion. And I'll be happy either way. With Brian Cage winning. But here's the big but for this one. If Lamb Storm swerve us and turns on Brian Cage just for Johnny B. Trash to retain the B. Trash World Championship title, Impact Wrestling get used to be called B. Trash Wrestling. Because if Lamb Storm betrays Brian Cage in this match, so that the winner from Trash Town, USA, California, and still the B Trash World Champion, and Johnny B. Trash leaves, B Trash Rebellion as the B Trash World Champion of the company of B Trash Wrestling. Yes, get used to that, and I'm gonna go off too. You're damn right I'm gonna go off if that happens. Because this whole Johnny B. Trash push is getting ridiculous. You're serving him down our throats where it's going to get to the point where I'm going to be like, I'm done. So, we'll see how that happens. But again, Lance Storm, if he closes down in the middle, Johnny B. Trash wins either by cheating or by playing it fair. I'll not be in a way I will be okay with it as long as Lance Storm doesn't turn. But it's also at the same time I won't be okay with Johnny B. Trash still being the champion. Brian Cage wins with Lance Storm calling it down the middle, and also with the involvement of Johnny E. Bravo and Ty Valkyrie trying to get interfere or whatever. And then Brian Cage will still overcome them and overcome the odds and still become the world champion. I'll be happy with that. Or, again, the worst thing, Lance Storm turns on Brian Cage for Johnny B. Trash to still be the B Trash World Champion. Yeah. I will go off. And Impact Wrestling, again, get used to be called B Trash Wrestling after this. So now I got that out of the way. As far as, obviously, who I want to win, Brian Cage to win to become the new Impact World Champion. Get that belt off of Johnny B. Trash because he is trash. And that's all I gotta say, folks. And that's my preview for Impact Rebellion. Can't wait for the pay-per-view. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna be home to watch it, right from the beginning, but we'll see. We'll see how my job looks like when it pertains to the weather. But other than that, it's a big what happens from there. So, but yeah, there you go, folks. That's my Impact Rebellion preview, and hope you all enjoyed watching the show. By paying for it on live pay-per-view on Fight TV app. So there you go. With that being said, thank you all for watching. It's the Natural Born Driller saying peace on the streets.